Wow, I brought over the ring light and took 20 years off my life. I guess we'll have to film with that all the time. Wait a minute, I want to be authentic. I don't know how to do a mukbang properly. This is what we're eating. I don't eat meat normally, and I certainly don't support sodium nitrate, which is in there. That's a nitrite actually. I don't think it makes a difference if it's sodium nitrate or sodium nitrite. I think they're both carcinogenic and horrible and poisonous in large quantities, and we all know that. A vegan mukbang is much more supported, or more people would be interested in watching that because nobody's offended by eating vegetables. But I am eating meat, and I don't eat meat. I would say I would have to label myself vegan. Well, no, I guess you wouldn't label me vegan because I will eat meat. I don't think you should eat meat. Actually, that's not the right statement. It's not that I don't think you should eat meat. I think that you don't need to eat meat, especially now. I don't think even cave people ate meat. However, I think the indigenous people of North America, I think they did eat. I think they predominantly ate meat. So, I don't know. And I think it's hypocritical to say you're vegan because there are so many microorganisms, and not even microorganisms, that we eat, and I don't know where you draw the line to where what you call an animal. Like tiny little parasites that live on all of the green vegetables and stuff that you eat. So, and you ingest them, and then we have stuff living inside of us. We have all of these bacteria and things, which are living organisms. So, when do you get to say what is an animal and what is being cruel? However, I don't want to clobber a baby animal, but this was on sale, and sometimes I have cravings, or sometimes it's about comfort. Like maybe I'll do it to like feel like it's Thanksgiving or something, and have some meat and vegetables together. I love roasted vegetables. And sometimes I think about adding meat to that. And I did. Oh, except the meat that I'm using is canned beef. And it's a corned beef. And that also makes me think how much I like old people food. Like I really do like stuff that I'm talking about people when I was a kid, 80-year-olds would like to eat. So I don't know, people who were born at the turn of the century. People were born in 1901. So, what I did was, I roasted some potatoes, and normally when I do something like this, I'll also roast some corn or some parsnips or some onions or something like that. But recently, I have fallen into this corn thing, canned corn. There are no additives to this corn, which makes it really good. There's no sugar or anything. And this is what I had. I had a can of corn. I have lots of cans of corn because I do buy in bulk when I buy things. Oh, I had one can of corned beef because it was on special, and I bought it. And I said, one day, you're going to want to have that. You're going to have a craving, and you're going to want to eat that. And it was like so on sale. So I think I bought 2 cans, and I ate one that day, and then and the other one was sitting around. I think it was Canadian Thanksgiving. So is it American Thanksgiving? I guess Thanksgiving has to be on a Thursday. Or is that just in Canada? Maybe today's Thanksgiving. So it is Monday. Maybe Sunday was your official Thanksgiving. Holidays. I am such a traditional stickler. The same thing as the old man food. Oh, how will I remember to say that? Things like corned beef and licorice and I don't know, other weird things that old men like to eat. I do like all of those things. Okay. Cornmeal porridge. I really like that too. I've never oh, no, I did lose what else I was going to say. So what I did, there are so many potatoes because I used the potatoes that I had left over. And when I do something like this, I usually do 2 levels, 2 trays of potatoes. So 3 pounds of potatoes what I normally eat. But when I do something like this, I usually do half of that, so like a pound and a half of potatoes. However, there were a little bit more because it was the end of the bag of potatoes. So I put a little bit on top. But half of this, so it's about 2 pounds of potatoes, which is half of this dish. And then the canned corn took up another half of it. And I put, so I roast the potatoes in a halogen oven, on the grate, on the racks, upper and lower racks. Excuse me. And then after those are done, and I cooked them way longer, I was watching something on Netflix. I just went to my net tab on my computer, and it suggested a crime show, a Netflix original British one, and it's actually quite good. So while I was preparing that, and then that's why I'm like, I don't like mukbangs because I like to eat and watch. And you shouldn't eat with your mouth open. I mean, talk with your mouth full. You should definitely... Oh yeah, you shouldn't do either of those things. The ring light is amazing. It's making the dark... Okay, and now I cooked the potatoes more than I normally do because I was getting so enthralled in the show, but plus I was catching up on cleaning the dishes I made to make this, and I already had dessert. So my pineapple and oatmeal, this tastes so good. I can't believe it. So yeah, I was so hungry because I just I raked leaves all day. It actually was much easier this year. I didn't take into consideration that last year when I did, it was raining the whole time, so all the leaves were heavy. But wow, still have so much more to do, but they come tomorrow. I did the bulk of it, but there's still leaves all over the trees, so I'm gonna have to keep doing it. Hopefully they come later in the week. I don't think. Oh, and my fingernails are dirty underneath, but I'm still... I mean, I they're kind of stained. I don't know, I was wearing gloves the whole time. But I scrubbed them, and I couldn't get them clean. I was still putting my fingers in my mouth, which is probably good. You need that. Especially if you don't eat meat. You need to have that dirt in your diet. It's got the same vitamins in it. So, oh yeah. I was starting to say, like I start to say things and don't finish them. This is kind of like shepherd's pie, rappy pie. Anyway, shepherd's pie for sure. Because you get the potatoes and the corn and the beef. It's just not mashed together in the same way. So next Monday will be pineapple and oatmeal. It's really fast to make. You don't have to cook the oatmeal. So that's usually why I have it, because the potatoes take about an hour to cook, to bake. And washing them and peeling them. So it's very common that I've waited the whole day, totally preoccupied, but then I get starving and then it's time to eat. My one meal of the day that lasts 5 hours. And then, so after I cut up the potatoes and they're baking, I'm so hungry. I throw in a scoop of oatmeal, open a can of pineapple. Wait, I do that last. Throw in a scoop of oatmeal, put in some salt, Himalayan sea salt. I use the same spoon. I go into the dried powdered ginger, put a little bit of that in, take that spoon, and I do it in order on purpose because I don't mind getting salt in my ginger, and I don't mind getting ginger in my cinnamon. Cinnamon's the third scoop. Put that in. Add the can of pineapple. You know, sometimes the pineapple... I should be saving this for Pineapple Day. We'll do this all again next week. Sometimes the pineapple's sweet. Sometimes the pineapple's not sweet. And if it's not sweet, sometimes I suck it up. But most of the time, then I put in a little spoonful. Well, I don't know how much I put in of stevia. The leaf herb that tastes sweet, but isn't sugar. That I rave about and talk about all the time. I really do love roasted vegetables. I don't need to have meat or anything with them. Sometimes, though, if I do, there's a canned turkey, which I should have thought of that. But it was because this is on sale, that's why I bought it. But there's a canned turkey that doesn't have any preservatives in it. Now, it doesn't taste anything like turkey. It just tastes like salty meat. And you don't have to, because the corned beef is so salty, And not good salt. Refined white powdered salt. I eat a lot of salt, but I eat unrefined Himalayan pink sea salt, which is good for electrolytes. We do need salt, so they say. Anyway, so much to say about food. I believe that as processed refined salt is just as bad as a refined sugar. Unprocessed, unrefined as possible. And I don't know, many people have told me, and I've seen, read and watched about lots of research that says that Himalayan salt has beneficial properties for you. And that's where you get your electrolytes. I'll have to do a dedicated Thursday Thoughts video on why doctors are liars, why you shouldn't listen to doctors. I'll tell you the gist of it right now. People who become doctors tend to be book smart, not logical. You have to be a person that can remember and regurgitate a lot of facts. And first of all, a person like that usually isn't the best kind of person who is good with people. But also those facts that they are given, those aren't normally, I think it's better now, but especially in the past, there's no scientific proof for a lot of the facts that doctors are given or were given. I hope it has changed. We know this with food guides and just preventative things that they told you to do, which they would read in a book, which you're supposed to do and you're supposed to tell to your patients. But then we learned there were no studies, no scientific research or anything. And I think it was based on industry. Wow, that's a brown tip. It's not black. Charged stuff is supposed to be carcinogenic. But so is sodium nitrate. See, that's why I'm I'm not skeptical about things that are processed and man-made. It's been proven time and time again that they're unbeneficial. And it's been proven time and time again that things in nature are healing and nurturing. everything evolved. God made these things all happen together on purpose. I mean, there's always the argument that God made man advance so that he could do and make all of these scientific things to make life better. But do you really think life is better? I was gonna put on my it feels like a holiday. I was gonna put on my computer fireplace and make myself feel like I'm in a cottage. Did I start off by saying that the backdrop actually looks way better than I thought, because I am in the middle of a major mess. I've been really sorting through toys. So I have boxes. And every time that I get something sorted and I take it out of here, because I do try to empty this room of all of the chaos. That was my intention. That's always been my intention. But it never happens, because there's always a project. I'm so excited for winter to come. Only because I have no other responsibilities in the winter. There's nothing else I have to do. Because I don't have a car, I don't even have to shovel the driveway. I don't care if I don't want anybody coming to my door. The mail delivery people get mad, and they don't come. But I think they get mad because, what am I want to get? Like a bill or a flyer? Who gets mail anymore? When I get a parcel, it'll just go to the post office. Even though I won't get the notification card that tells me it's at the post office. But I have a post office address that I use anyway for everything, because I have to go to the post office 3 times a week anyway. So that doesn't affect me at all. But they don't come, and they save everything, and they leave a note on the mail after the snow melts, because that's how it happens in Canada where I live. We get a big snowstorm. It's a disaster. There's snow everywhere. And then a week later it'll all be gone. And then another snowstorm. Or 3 weeks of snow, and then it's all melted and gone. Or it rains and takes it away. And then there'll be a bundle of mail that's just bills. Saying, please shovel your driveway. I'm like, why? You're gonna bring it eventually. So that's wonderful. So I love that. No pool maintenance, no plants, no yard, nothing to take care of. Just locked up in here, sell, 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 sell. Sort, sort, sort. Sell, sell, sort. That's interesting. I always talk about how I love the holidays because I get so much done. And I guess that's why. I mean, it also has a lot to do with I'm gonna wipe my nose off on my shirt. It's really dirty. Oh no, I totally forgot what I was saying. Anyway, I'm almost done. I should have started off this video by saying, pause it. Pause this video. Wait until you have your meal, and you can sit down, and we can eat together. Because I know a lot of you don't even know what a mukbang is. But people do this, and some people like to watch it. Usually they're bad food. People just like to live vicariously while people eat bad foods. I mean, this is bad food for me. But it was delicious. I have to remember something. I was watching one of the people that I follow on YouTube, and they were talking about how they have their daily pastry. And I thought to myself, I've never had one pastry. Like, I can't even imagine. Oh, I think I'll have one donut. Or, oh, I'll just have one cinnamon bun. No. No. I go to the grocery store, I buy the whole thing and eat the whole thing. Like, there's not, you have to buy, you don't pay tax. First of all, if you buy 6, you get a dozen, or you buy like a whole pie. I eat the whole pie. I don't have a slice of pie. What kind of person? That being said, we don't do that anymore. We don't even do that by mistake or necessity when we're hungry. Because right now, what's happening is that my oatmeal and pineapple treat that I make, it tastes better. It tastes better than any cake or pie or any pastry or anything that I love it so much. It's delicious. And there's no guilt afterwards. You know when you have 6 donuts in a row, if you've ever done that. Most people haven't, I know. Most people can eat 2 or 3 and then be sick. I can go 12. Maybe 10 or 12. I've tried to eat 12 once and was like, oh, feel good. I don't feel like eating all 12. Do I have to eat all 12? And then, yes, I do have to eat all 12 because I have to finish everything. I know about eating disorders. I definitely have them all. But there's workarounds. Just like ADD. You don't need medicine, guys. You can work around it. Well, apparently with my ADD, you just go with it. You just go all over the place. You let one thought replace another thought before you can finish the next thought, and you just accept it. And you start a YouTube channel that no one's interested in watching. I know I had started to talk about something. Oh, the pineapple and oatmeal. Yeah, it tastes so good. I don't need donuts anymore. I'm like, I look at the pie section. Oh, that pie the pie is discounted and it's 50% off. But you know what? It's still more expensive and less food than my oatmeal and pineapple at home, and I don't feel bad. You feel bad after you eat a whole cake or a whole pie. Like, you feel bad mentally, you also feel bad this way. But after I have the oatmeal and pineapple, I feel good. And I feel good. And it's delicious. And that happens. The more you eat good food, the more you avoid eating bad food. Things are popping up. I hope Goodbye. Thank you so much for having dinner with me. I hope you had dinner with me. You will know next time to have dinner with me if you didn't this time. See you tomorrow. My hat fell off.